Alright you guys, welcome to today's video. Today was a long fucking day, but it was still profitable. Yesterday I learned all about previous session highs and lows and why they're important, along with draws and liquidity. And we implemented that in today's trade, and it didn't go exactly how we wanted it to go, but it went good. At the end of the day, today's profitable, so it went well. But yeah, let's just go ahead and let's just get right into the trade. All right, good morning, you guys. It is Wednesday, October 22nd, 9:46 in the morning. We have our first 15-minute candle, high and low, marked out. And guys, we also have our previous session highs and lows marked out. Kind of figured out what that shit was yesterday. So things could start getting pretty serious here. But yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. Dude, the first candle really just shot down here, right? There was a massive fair value gap here on the 5-minute, filled this gap down here. I was thinking, all right, it's targeting draws on liquidity from the previous session low, and now it looks like we might be reversing. And so like we're just going to play by our rules, right? Kind of what I'm thinking right now is if it breaks through the high here of the first 15-minute candle, then we'll target previous session highs. But if it breaks through the marked out low of the first 15-minute candle, then I'll probably let it sweep previous session lows and then just wait for a reversal. And then if like it continues down, then I just won't trade for the day, because I would have missed the opportunity to place just because my rules wouldn't allow for it. But if it sweeps previous session lows, I'm going to wait for a reversal. I'm going to look at the 1-minute, look for a break of structure, look for a fair value gap pushing in the opposite direction, and then we can potentially get in once it reverses. I just need to like the setup. But what I'm preferring would be it break through this 15-minute mark out high, and then we can target previous session highs here. But let's see. Draws on liquidity. Oh my gosh. No, but dude, how did I just figure out what this shit was yesterday? Fucking crazy. Bro, literally yesterday I went to a bar by myself. And I just was like, all right, I'm not going to leave this bar until I figure out what previous session highs is, draws on liquidity, why it's important, how I can use it, right? So I just sat there and like I had like 2 Guinnesses, and I just chilled, and it was a really cool ass bar. But I had like 2 Guinnesses, and I just sat there on ChatGPT for like an hour and a half, and I was just asking ChatGPT like the stupidest questions, like I probably sounded like a 10-year-old, bro. And I was just like, what is this? How does this work? Da, 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 da. And then I was just like giving it situations, like types of situations that I've been in before in the market, like what would you have done, all that kind of shit. And so yeah, but we now know why previous session highs and lows are very important. They act like magnets. If you don't know, they act like magnets. And the market will target one of them to sweep the stop losses of either longs or shorts, right? And then once it sweeps that long or short liquidity, then it has enough power to reverse. It doesn't always reverse, but it's usually like a 60 to 70% chance that it reverses to try and sweep the opposite side, whether it sweeps the high or the low or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty dope. So we'll see how it plays out today. We'll see. All right, it's consolidating a lot here on the 5-minute. Let's see where it pushes once it breaks out of consolidation. But I also did notice, okay, this might call me crazy, but I did notice that this session low has never been targeted. or it's never been hit. So like, I don't know, it could be fucking, it could pull all the way down here and fill that fucking, I don't know. Let's see. But here's the thing. Yesterday, now let's see if this pays off. Yesterday, I would have gotten in on, wait, no, this is the 1 minute. Okay, I wouldn't be in the trade right now technically because we don't have all of our confluences. But if I was placing on the 1 minute, we have our high here, we have our breakout of consolidation, we have a candle open and close outside the 15 minute. We have our fair value gap. I would have placed on this candle here and would have set my stop loss right there if I had placed in the 1 minute. But we are going to watch the 1 minute and we're going to wait for a break of structure. So break of structure would be if we broke through this high here on the 1 minute. If we break through that, that'll kind of give us that that green light that it is gonna reverse, and then we would wait for a fair value gap to push a candle outside this high here. But let's see if we actually end up targeting previous session highs. We might not. We might continue bearish. I don't know. We could target Friday's low. I think it was, no, it was not Friday. I'm tripping. It was I don't remember which day it was, to be honest with you. But whatever this session low was, we could be targeting that. But holy shit. Look at this 1 hour fair value gap right here. Yeah, we could definitely potentially, yeah. Well, let's just watch. Let's just watch. There's reasons for it to come down to hit this previous session low here from a while ago. And there's also a reason for it to come up to fill this gap and also to target previous session highs from yesterday. So let's see. Let's see what ends up happening. Holy shit. We actually might be targeting this low here, this previous session low. All right, now what would be really nice, what would be amazing, would just be a bunch of fucking consolidation here, and then we get a break like that. So, but let's see. Let's see. Okay, if we were not using like the previous session high and low markouts, we would have placed on this candle right here. We have our break. We have our fair value gap here. We could have placed here. But here's the thing, right? We broke through previous session lows, swept the liquidity here. It's just a matter of time before we have a reversal potentially. Now, obviously, like I said, we could be targeting the previous session low from last week. That still hasn't been touched yet. But I don't know if I want to take that risk. You know what I mean? I don't know if I want to take that risk. And so like, I'm going to expect a reversal, but if we don't get a reversal, we just won't place a trade today. And so, yeah, like I said, if we were placing, we would have placed on this candle. And we would have had our TP up here or our stop loss up here. But let's go ahead and let's just see. Let's just see how it plays out. I have no idea how it's going to play out, so let's see. Now, I imagine that like the idea behind previous session highs and lows is that it gives it like enough power to reverse. Like that spike that took us out yesterday, that was after it hit previous session highs, and then we just had that huge bearish spike down. Massive, right? Just like out of nowhere. And so like if we sweep this previous session low, we can definitely expect, since it swept yesterday's previous session low and it sweeps this previous session low from last week, imagine the fucking power that it'll have to reverse, you know? So like, I honestly do think that I want to play off that. And so yeah, let's just see how that goes. I don't necessarily, all right. I honestly want to try and place off the reverse. All we need to see to predict a reverse would be a break of structure and a fair value gap and a order block, realistically. That's what we need to see in order to like confirm the reverse if it touches this previous session low down here. So I mean, let's see, you know. We could get in on this candle here. This is within our rules. We have where we can place our stop loss right here. It's outside the 15-minute. We have a massive 5-minute fair value gap. If this candle closes outside this 15, we could totally get in on this candle, and that is within our rules. And it's clearly trying to sweep this previous session low here. We could totally get in on this. I think we might get in on this because this is really in our rules. We could have gotten in on this candle here. That's also within our rules. But it was so close to yesterday's low, yesterday's previous session low, that I was like, oh, it might, you know, just fully sweep and not do what we want it to. We could totally get in on this. Like it could sweep and then just instantly reverse, right? That's what I was thinking. But now it's targeting this low. So we could. And it already broke structure. We could totally get in on this candle. Hopefully it pushes up a little bit more. We can get a little bit of a better entry. I think we're going to take this. This is in our rules. I think we're going to take this. And we're going to target this previous session low. We won't be able to get our 2-to-1 RR that we want. Our stop loss will be about down here. Our take profit will be down here. I don't know if it'll go that far into. Yeah, let's not take this. Let's not take this. Now that we have swept 2 previous session lows, I'm expecting a massive fucking to the bullish side. So let's see if that happens. It might not, but that's what fucking happened yesterday. So let's see if that happens again. Fuck me, man. I really should have just gotten in here. But I didn't consider the previous session low from last week. I didn't even think about that. But if I had thought about it, we would have gotten in on this candle and we would have aimed for it. Okay, we're back. I think something's getting ready to happen here. It continued down. We have not a closed fair value gap because this candle just started, but we have this massive gap right here. On the 1 hour, we also have another 1 hour fair value gap up here. We've swept yesterday's previous session low. We swept last week's previous session low. We've closed this market gap here. And so I am definitely expecting something bullish to happen. Okay, sometimes you just got to take what the market gives you. I don't think it's going to give us that bullish spike that we want. Just simply because, I mean, look at this fucking bias. I mean, it definitely could, but I don't think it's going to. So here's what we're going to do. This is a safe trade. It isn't what we wanted to do, but it is in our rules. If it comes up, breaks equilibrium, comes through, fills some of these fair value gaps, we see another like this where we have our high, we have a candle form, we have a fair value gap form, we'll get in on the candle that closes below the fair value gap. If it comes back up, breaks through equilibrium, we'll get on that candle and we'll expect a new low and we'll see if we hit. I swear, bro, if that bullish spike that I've been looking for fucking comes with this trade, that's just insane, genuinely. But we should get a very, very good entry. I'm hoping to enter right here. We'll place our stop loss right here. And yeah, so we should get a good entry. We shouldn't lose too much money if we do hit our stop loss. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. And yes, this is on the 1 minute. We also have a fair value gap here on the 5. Okay, we've touched equilibrium here. Now let's see if we have, I don't know why I said I'm going to place my stop loss up here. I would place my stop loss on the low that it creates, or the higher low that it creates right here. But I want to wait for a fair value gap to form, and then we can potentially get in on this trade. Okay, we can get in on this candle if this fair value gap gets formed. Let's see. Let's see. I almost had our stop loss right here. We touched equilibrium. So let's see if this fair value gap here forms.
Order filled.
All right. Let's see if we create a new low here. I swear, if we go bullish now, I'm going to crash out. I won't crash out, but like still, that'll be really annoying. I think I only need 2 more days of $150 or more to be able to get my first payout. So I'm taking it kind of easy. All right. I think we can get a better entry. So let's get a better entry here. I swear, if we hit this high where my stop loss was, oh my goodness, bro. That is fucking crazy. What an intuition move right there to put stop loss and take profit. What an intuition move. Holy shit, our stop loss would have been hit. Fuck. The fucking chart is bearish all fucking day, but the moment I decide to fucking place a trade, it goes bullish. What the fuck? That is insane, but it's chill. Dude. Alright. Maybe this is what we've been looking for all fucking day. Maybe we're getting that reversal that we've always dreamt of. Right in time for Christmas. Let's see if it breaks this high. If it breaks this high, that's goated. Fuck me. Alright, let's see. We kind of created a floor here. Got a lot of consolidation down here. Let's see if we break this high. Fuck me, man. Today's been so bearish. I want to see it at least on the 5-minute break. This could be what we've been looking for. This could be that bullish spike. And let's just see. Let's just see. Dude, it's swept 2 days worth of previous session lows. This shit has fuckloads of liquidity. Like, this is a very powerful fucking reversal here potentially. I do want to see a dip. Okay, we have officially broken structure on the 5-minute. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And I want to see us form a high, and then I want to see us fill some of these fair value gaps here on the 1-minute. And also, once this candle closes, I want to see this gap here close on the 5-minute, and then we'll measure out equilibrium, and then we'll get in once it breaks through equilibrium, and then we'll just long it. Okay, we've come down. We basically filled all of these gaps here on the 1-minute. We got pretty damn close to touching equilibrium. Let's see what it gives us here. Okay, if this fair value gap holds, we're going to get in on this candle once it closes. If that fair value gap holds. We have a massive order block here. We have our break-in structure. We have our fair value gap. It reached, basically, it didn't touch equilibrium, but it fucking got pretty damn close. So yeah, if this fair value gap holds, we'll get in.
Order filled.
All right, now let's see how we do here. Let's go, baby. Quit dancing. Push. Say you swear. Where the fuck did that come from, bro? Somebody must have just dumped hella shit. I fucking hate trading sometimes, bro. Send that bitch into orbit.
Order filled.
Alright, let's get the fuck off the charts. I've been sitting here since fucking 9 in the morning, bro. It's fucking 3 p.m. now. Fuck me. No, but holy shit. Today was fucking ridiculous. All I had to do was fucking take the trade that I normally would have taken, but I had to learn about previous session highs and lows. Had to fucking learn about that yesterday. So I was too scared to because it was too close to the previous session low from yesterday. So I was like, all right, it's going to sweep that low and then it's going to reverse, right? Turns out it's going to sweep the low from last week too. Fucking came out of nowhere. But I was definitely anticipating this bullish spike here. And it came through. So yeah, but all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this video recorded for you or edited for you guys. And I'm going to go get some friggin' lunch. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.